Thank you again for having me. It's been a couple years since I've been here. For those of you that recognize, for those of you that do not, my name is Nicole Lanahan. I'm the Executive Director of Got Your Six Support Dogs. We train and place PTSD service dogs with veterans and first responders. And this is, I mean, you don't care about me, everybody cares about Rooster. So this is Rooster Cogburn. And he does these presentations with me because he was initially in 2020, one of our dogs in training. He flunked. He's a Malinois. If you're not familiar with the breed, they just don't stop. And he is true to that breed in that his energy is off the charts. So I took him, I adopted him myself, and he became our organizational spokes dog. So he does these things with us, so you are allowed to pet him. He has had some training. What he's doing right now is actually alerting my anxiety. This is something we train them to do, is when they notice that they're and it's something that he's done this whole time. Once they recognize that their person is getting anxious, they are trained to interrupt that behavior, and this is how he is doing that. Now to show you again kind of what that looks like, I know the people on camera won't be able to see it. But if I were to start to get upset, what our dogs do is not only provide compression therapy, but they have to be able to, like the ADA says, a service dog should be able to perform a task, and just making you feel better is not a task. So we do train them to wake up our recipients from night terrors, but also if I were to start getting really upset, all of our dogs are trained to interrupt any kind of behavior like that. Even if I were to start yelling and getting mad at somebody, he would do the same thing. And in order to really, so it's the amygdala that's in the brain that's involved in a lot of PTSD. So to interrupt that firing, so you get out of that fight, flight, or freeze brain and then back into frontal lobe, like rational thinking. So it's just one of the tasks that our service dogs are trained to perform. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm very chatty. So if anybody would like to chat more about our organization and what we do, I did bring some brochures, and I'd love to chat more and explain. Oh yeah.
When you do PTSD, diabetes issues, or I lost someone to they went to sleep and didn't wake up, and no one was there.
Ooh.
I wonder if these dogs could be trained to.
So I used to do that with a different organization years and years and years ago. It's not something that we do now, because we're very detail focused on the PTSD, to just kind of narrow our scope and make sure that we're the best at what we do. But yes, service dogs can be trained. When I used to do it, it's scent training. Basically what I would do is I would starve myself all day. And then after starving myself all day, I scrape my cheek cells with a Q-tip. And then we teach the dogs to scent on that, so they know how to alert to low blood sugar. They can do it by smell. So that's actually how they do it. And you can get a very great seizure alert dog or diabetic alert dog by doing that. Yes.
Curious, at what part did you flunk?
The ability to sit still and not really. Service dogs shouldn't pay attention to the people around them, and he cannot help himself, and he has to ham it up everywhere we go. Yeah, ham it up. So yeah, again, we were Got Your Six was affected by the federal grant freeze. We do get a lot of our funding from the DoD. It's not that it's not coming, but this came at the most needed time. So thank you all so much.
All right.